Welcome back to more Dead Space, the penultimate episode of Dead Space, if you will.
Mr. Clark, I'm approaching the shuttle hangar. You must find your way to the cargo bay. The marker, it's being stored in there. There's a cargo loading lift there you can use to deliver the marker up to the hangar. Please, you must help me with this. It's the only way.
Okay, I don't know if that's that same exploder or a different one. We saw it walking around a little bit in the last video. Kinda weird. Bathrooms in this game usually contain items. That's always good. Unless we're talking about the bathrooms in the building I work in. And then, people are disgusting enough that they'll probably leave items, but you don't want anything to do with those items. No siree. Freaking animals. I saved it. One of these days I really want to post this email we got. I don't know what somebody did, and I'm pretty sure I know who did it, and they actually died last year, which is kind of weird, but right here I'm just looking for an enemy that I saw one of my previous attempts at doing this. I ended up having to re-record this because I'd forgot to record everything I was doing to this point. The funny thing is here I end up doing better than I did originally, which is kind of nice in a way. I'd rather have the better recording. We got this email at work, and I'll spare all the details unless I decide to one day get a screenshot of it to post it, but it was basically saying that somebody made a horrible mess in the bathroom, and it's one of those things you never expect to have to get one of those type of emails. Like, you never think that grown adults, most of which, in terms of people I work with, are older than me, although that's changing a little bit now as I get older and they get a few new people in. But I wouldn't expect to ever have gotten that email at the place I work now. I don't say where I work on here, but the place I work, I would expect people to be professional, and well, once I started working there, I learned the ugly, ugly truth. Those enemies were kind of unnecessary, but it gave me time to talk about people making messes in bathrooms. That's what you tune into my videos for, right? That and sex jokes. Or real sex comments. Oh, yeah. Because we all know they're not jokes. Wait. Just thinking of some of the things I've said on this channel. They're jokes. I promise they're jokes. Damn it. I'm just fast forwarding this to save time. All I'm doing is running around and collecting items. I didn't think anybody needed to see that at normal speed. I'm so tired of been editing all day today. Dedicated today to getting as close to finishing this LP as I can get. I'm gonna try. I will not get commentary for the last video done. But that's alright. I don't need to do that. I got tomorrow to do that. Power node, definitely want that. This room is basically a giant rectangle, or possibly square. One of the two. I didn't look at this on the map. The entire time playing this game, I attempted one time, and that'll be next video, which you guys won't see, to look at the map. It's desperate. And this weird ass map, I can't read the damn thing. It's not the classic Resident Evil map. Those things were super easy. Well, the Silent Hill maps were really good in the early days.
Delivering cargo shipment. Kinesis module required for further cargo.
Thank you, computer. I'm a little busy. Walking into a barrier that I think is a path. I go a little more to the right. There we go. Could be a problem. Got a giant tentacle monster. However, if it gets to come down like that, it's a benefit. Yeah. Now, problem if it does that to one of these things that spews out swarms. That would be an issue. You don't want to do it now. Unless you squish the swarm as well. I think that's okay. I thought I wanted to get into about this game and I forgot what it was. I am really sad we didn't get to kill Mercer Frost. Would have been nice, he was a dick. Unleashing that regenerator on us. You tentacle! Oh yeah. Since I was re-recording this section, I wasn't planning on getting all the items. I just went and grabbed everything I could to show where everything was, but I wasn't very diligent in picking up items from these enemies, and I ended up going with this front, so I'm pretty disappointed about that. Although in the end, it didn't really matter. Pretty sure I showed my loadout for the final boss. Why am I not using the time of mine? Oh, if one of those things that spews out the swarms is around, that would probably not be good. Never mind. Being critical of myself. Damn it! Oh. Who else is going to be critical of me? People on the internet? It's actually true. People on the internet love to be critical. Alright. Can I move this thing in peace now? No annoying monsters bothering me? Well, it's Dead Space, so there's always going to be annoying monsters bothering me. Playing the wrong game! There'll be another one of these tentacles that's going to show up. And stasis does not work. I tried. I was hoping to stasis the thing and then just run this thing by. I'm guessing that's why stasis doesn't work. The developers want you to shoot it. I have not upgraded my thesis module yet, but I'm going to with one node, which will help.
Delivering cargo shipment 782 to the hangar bay.
If you've got the nodes, it's actually a good thing to upgrade.
Cargo lift has arrived. The marker is in the hangar bay. Now you can load it into the ship. Hurry.
We're pretty much going to be moving things with Kinesis the rest of the LP. Pretty much doing what we just did there. That was a small taste of what we're going to have to do. We'll have a little bit more of that in the chapter later on. Trying to get full use out of this force gun. I'm not going to use it much next video. I actually ended up selling this thing. It's kind of sad because I like it. But it's a short-range weapon, and that's not going to do me much good in the final fight, which I should not be talking about next video. We're not there yet. It's really hard for me to pretend I don't know what's going to happen. Too bad at this fight, for once. I think there's still a little bit more left. I was talking about this last video, but I still say this is an action game, not a horror game. Damn you, tentacle! I want to call it Slappy, but that was something I nicknamed one of the sisters of Fate, I think, in God of War 2. You're not even good enough to be Slappy Jr. Neither are you. Out of my way. I don't think I've done it much on camera, but while playing this game, I was complaining a lot about how I had shit tons of force gun ammo. I don't know if it's after this fight or later on after something else in this video, I can't remember. I end up running pretty low. Not bone dry, but pretty low on force gun ammo, which I think is kind of funny. I used a lot of it there. I had nowhere else to put that, but that's upgrading. I believe that was the stasis.
I restored power to the elevator. Take it up to the hangar bay and get the marker on the shuttle. I'm heading up to the flight deck now. Oh god. I'm just gonna run for it. Wish me luck.
Why? You've been feeding Isaac to the aliens this entire game. Why would I wish you luck? And level 5 suit. Finally buying that. I guess we just got the schematic last video, and I did not have the money until now to buy it. Every time I thought I was ready to buy it, something else more important came up. Either a power node I needed, or a health item, something. So I've been purchasing the health items like there are no tomorrow. Well, I don't believe I've ever bought ammo. Pretty sure health items, power nodes, and weapons. Suits. Mostly what I bought. Really need some elevator music. Although if we had elevator music, I couldn't fast forward those. I really feel like they need it. I don't know why more games don't put elevator music in their elevator segments. You would think somebody would think to do that. I always wanted in Silent Hill Homecoming, during that elevator sequence in the hotel where you're fighting a bunch of those, I forget what they're called, those monsters with blades for legs. I was always wanting elevator music during that segment. Gonna be something useful? Nope. Ripper blades? Fuck. Well, I can sell it for money. Useful enough, I guess. I mean, it's still effort I have to put into it now because they couldn't just give me cash. So that's annoying. Hey, am I gonna get trapped into this room with a bunch of enemies? What do you think? Take your guesses now. Yep.
Anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
That might be the last time we hear that exact message. We get that once more next video, but it might be a slightly different one. I do really like this weapon. A little too hot to handle in there. Find a different spot. My oh shit gun saves the day again. The good thing is if I ever do play this game on New Game Plus, they give you 50,000 credits for beating the game, so I'd be able to purchase everything and nodes to upgrade everything again pretty quickly, I would think. I'm not too worried about that. Had to go back for that last item. I would be pissed if I watched this video back and wasn't sure that I picked up that item. I don't even know what it was. What do you think's gonna be behind this door? I'm betting candy.
Excellent. I'm going to dock the shuttle. Got to be careful now. Careful.
Okay. I'd love to give a nice visual of the shuttle coming in. You can see it coming in there.
Bringing the shuttle down now. The automated loading controls aren't responding. You'll have to shut down gravity in the hangar bay, and then manually bring the marker directly beneath the shuttle.
I tried this once and thought I saw something here, so I was dicking around to see if I could find something. I don't know what the hell it was. There it is, whatever that is. It ends up being something that I sell for a shit ton of money, which is nice. I want to say it sells for like 30,000. 25 or 30,000, I'm not sure which. Okay. This room's going to be the candy room. That's my guess. Come on, candy. I want candy. Damn it, game. You didn't give me candy. Oh, bitch. At least when I play Grand Theft Auto Vice City, at least there's a candy in that game. She's a porn star and she's not in it very much, but, you know, it's a candy nonetheless. I'm not opposed to a porn star. I would never date a porn star, but, you know. Hook up with, maybe.
Entering zero gravity.
There would have to be some rigorous medical tests first to make sure it's safe. Hooray, zero gravity section. Sadly, this is not the last one we're gonna have. At least this one I don't get disoriented or lost. That's something. I do have my own struggles during this section, but I don't get disoriented or lost. I was hoping to use this to my advantage. There are plenty of these things around here if you think to use them. Aw. What do you want? And there's going to be a lot of these fast forward moments. I figure out during this fight a place that for me would be a little bit safer to try to fight these things. Try to limit their mobility is what I try to do, since I can't see them worth a damn. Station's just letting me down! I don't know if I got that one or not. If I come over here, at least they have to come from one direction. At least gives me a halfway decent chance at shooting. If I can hit them with the stasis, that would be great. Or the line racks. Oh shit. Fuck you, babies. Apparently they're babies. I don't know. Either way, I don't like them. But I even more hate the dark versions of them. Actually, honestly, I guess it really doesn't matter. I just hate both versions of them. On a positive, I think I've bitched less during this LP than most of them. I've been critical a little bit, but, you know, I'm gonna be critical. Hey, we're doing this. Awesome. I would still take this over any of those mandatory walking segments in modern games. Say Uncharted 4 or God of War 4. Those are the ones that come to mind. I think the other Uncharted games had them to a very minor degree. I still haven't quite perfected this yet. I should only have one awkward moment doing this next video, and everything else after that should finally be halfway decent. Yeah, just running around collecting goodies before I do the next thing. Which will spawn enemies, of course. Because why wouldn't it? Yeah, you're welcome for the fast forward. It takes him ages to run this. I'm not saying I could do any better. I could start off better, but I would quickly get winded and probably pass out from exhaustion. Definitely got the stamina thing down at least. I think the Metal Gods, we don't have to have a stamina meter when it comes to running, though. That would suck. I hate games where there's a stamina meter. Like, why limit my mobility? It's a video game. I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. We needed to move it over here so that we could flip the switch again. That way we can actually move it where it needs to go. If I'd upgraded my telekinesis, this would be a lot easier. But I wouldn't have some of the other upgrades that I have. Those are very nice. Come on! Why won't you move faster? This thing looks totally different from the thing we pushed in the last chapter. I don't know if it's encased in something. I'm guessing that's what's going on. Oh shit. More babies! I think these are the dark ones. I could make a really, really horrible joke, but I'm not going to. Not happening. Oh god. Although, to be fair, we're already killing babies. That's already really bad. Except that these babies are aliens. So it's not really that bad. It's just when you say you're killing babies, then that seems kind of bad. In today's political climate, it would not be okay to make the joke that I was thinking of making, which I've already forgotten. So let's move on and continue pushing this thing. MU artifact. When I say push, you're supposed to say how high. Or something along those lines. You get the idea. Yep, just pushing this thing along. Don't really know what else to say while we do this. It's the second video I've done commentary for today. It'd be nice if some story was happening while we do this. I don't think I quite have this thing lined up where it needs to be to do what I'm trying to do here. I could be wrong on that. Pretty sure I don't. Oh god. I dread that sound more than the sound of a girl telling me she's pregnant. Ah, take it. Damn it. No, you're the one that's supposed to take it. Jerk. Okay. I think maybe I should have just gone force gun the whole time fighting those things. I actually wonder if it would have made fighting them a lot easier, at least the rare moments when they're close by me. Oh well, can't worry about it now. What we can do is continue pushing this thing. Hooray! And then I get to start thinking about what in the world I want to record next. I could continue Evil Within. Ah, made myself laugh there. That'll probably be another year or two before I get the motivation to play that again. Hey, finally got that done.
Okay, it's in position. Still having trouble with these damn loading controls. Isaac, restore gravity to the room. I should be able to load the marker then.
God, the dialogue in this game is so formulaic when they're not progressing the story. Whee! Just people barking orders at me the whole time. I mean, even this guy who has no authority over Isaac is telling him what to do.
Exiting zero gravity.
At least we're finally done with the, hey, we need to do this, but first we gotta do these other media
It's on board.
tasks before we do
Please
that.
come and join me. Together we can stop this hive mind. We can end this nightmare at last.
Damn it, Kine, I was talking. At least we're finally done with that formula of, hey, this needs fixing. Before you can do that, you've got to fix this, this, and this. Or get a million different cards that are scattered about. So that's something at least. It feels a little odd that Isaac's just going along with this.
Over here! Hurry! There's no time to waste. Let's do it! Oh, fuck. Wait. Amelia. Where are you going?
I don't think that's Amelia. Hey, come back here! That was my ride.
Sorry, Isaac. I couldn't let him go through with it.
What?
I suppose I should thank you for finding the marker.
Why did I trust
We
you?
even managed without help from the USM Valor.
Why are you doing this?
Thank you for helping me find it, by the way. My department's been looking for this place for a long time. See what Kine didn't know was? It was the government's mess to begin with. This whole planet is one big experiment. The marker? This divine relic? Made by man. They reverse engineered it a couple of 100 years ago from the real marker, a true alien artifact recovered on Earth.
How's that possible?
They dug it up, studied it, and they made it their own. Then they brought it to Aegis 7 and activated it. And you've seen the result. The stuff of nightmares. They sealed the system, and no one would have been the wiser. But then the CEC blunders in and starts tearing the planet apart. The experiment was still alive. Kine was right about the hive mind. The marker would contain it, but that doesn't matter now, does it? I have the marker, and this entire system can go to hell. For what it's worth, you did a great job, Isaac. See you around. Or maybe not.
Isaac, Nicole, I need you to help me. Help us. Now. I'm in the flight control room. Please, Isaac, hurry. Please. I love you.
Well, at least she's starting to sound like Nicole. I still don't believe it's really her. To be fair, I never have this entire LP. But whatever. Hey, at least Kendra was being encouraging. She may be a villain of sorts, but at least there's that. I mean, this entire game, nobody has told Isaac he's done a good job, so I'm counting that as a win. I have to edit that out now because I started saying something that would have been a spoiler. Can't be having that. Kendra does seem to have some potential as a villain, though. I mean, the way she was with Isaac, she's not necessarily... She's being a dick to him, obviously, by leaving him here. That's a dick move, but she's not outright trying to kill him, at least. I guess she just figures leaving him here, that'll do it. Yeah, well. Let's not worry about villains right now. We got somebody else's panties to get into. Oh, yeah. First, gotta pick up items.
Isaac? Is that really you?
I'm here.
I never thought we'd be together again. God, I'm I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for what I did.
Is that what you really
I
think?
never wanted to hurt you. You need to get it back now, Isaac.
How do we do that?
You can pilot the shuttle remotely from here. Make us whole again. Make us whole.
Damn it, zombie Nicole. Just when you start to sound a little bit more like a human being, you keep going with this creepy make us whole again nonsense. You've already got holes that Isaac would be interested in. And there's a save point I cannot use, which is quite annoying. I have a feeling I want that. They'll just do that so I can take it. Alright, let's fiddle around with this.
Okay, let's see what happens when we fire it up.
Isaac, what the hell are you doing? You're making a big mistake. This is not over.
Oh, Kendra.
Escape pod away, crew shuttle USG-09. Repeat. Shuttle has ejected escape pod.
It doesn't matter. She can't escape her fate. None of us can.
What's that supposed to mean?
Here it comes. I'll reprogram the shuttle so we can fly down to the colony. God, we're so close, Isaac. Now go! Get on the shuttle. I'll meet you there.
I don't trust you. I guess Isaac does because we're doing this, but I don't trust you, damn it. Damn you, game. Why don't you let me preemptively end this? Actually, right now, it would just take letting me save. But apparently I can't even do that. Fuck you, game. I do like the detail. I can't remember if I talked about this. I'm pretty sure I did talk about this in a video. Now I can finally save my game. We've got Isaac's health meter on his back. And it's obviously a game mechanic. But they've incorporated that into the world as that's part of how these suits work. And I think it's really cool that you see Nicole there with her suit and her health meter. I'm pretty sure Hammond had a health meter. Kine had a health meter. I think Mercer had one as well. So they stayed very consistent with that, and that's detail that they didn't have to do. And I'm glad they did it. I think that's really cool. I like that attention to detail. Certain games that people seem to like a lot, that are remakes of classic games that came out last year, did not have that attention to detail. God. I'm just trying to get to the shuttle! Leave me alone! Maybe squeeze out a fart or two before doing it. Like I just did. Oh yeah. Now that we're done with that, it's time to ride off into the sunset with our zombie girlfriend. Except, unfortunately, I think she has other plans. Don't ask me what I was looking for in my inventory there. Sure, whatever it was great.
You have to admit it sounds crazy. I mean, how do we know there's really a solution down there?
You're doing the right thing, Isaac. We're together now. The way it always should have been. I knew you'd come back for me. Nothing can stop us now.
Where did she come from? Well, Nicole is dead, apparently. And we'll find out more about that next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all when we complete this game.